What if I told you Hollywood has been quietly rewriting history for decades and we just sat there, watching? From pyramids built by cavemen to Roman emperors who die in colosseums they never entered, it's all been on screen. This isn't just about artistic license, it's about how myths become facts when millions believe what they see. Welcome to the list that separates historical truth from big screen fantasy. We love movies. They move us, thrill us, sometimes even inspire us to learn more. But what happens when films inspired by history get lazy with the facts, or worse, ignore them completely? Today on Mind-Blowing Facts, we're diving into 25 of the most historically inaccurate movies ever made. These films didn't just bend the truth, they took it for a joyride. Let's start at the very dawn of civilization, or at least Hollywood's version of it. 110,000 BC Stone Age tribes building pyramids? Saber-toothed cats being ridden like horses? This movie imagines cavemen doing things they couldn't even pronounce. In reality, large civilizations didn't exist in 10,000 BC. Only scattered hunter-gatherers and early farming villages. But hey, who needs facts when you've got mammoths building Egypt? 2. Troy loosely based on Homer's Iliad, but not too loosely to forget the shirtless, slow-motion battles. It compresses a 10-year war into 2 weeks and removes the gods, who were central in the myth. Achilles? Moodier than mythic. Helen? Romanticized. This film is less about ancient Greece and more about ancient flexing. 3. 300. This is Sparta. No, this is mostly fiction. Spartans did wear armor. The Persian army was diverse, not monster cosplay. And King Xerxes wasn't a gold-plated giant. The Battle of Thermopylae was real and heroic, but this film turned it into a graphic novel fever dream. 4th Ben-Hur. A classic but filled with modern wristwatches and Roman crowds and wildly inaccurate customs. Romans didn't casually watch crucifixions like theater, and that chariot speed? Only in the movies. Also, purple togas were strictly for emperors, not chariot fans. 5. Gladiator Russell Crowe's Maximus never existed. Commodus wasn't stabbed in front of a cheering crowd. He was assassinated in a bath. The Senate wasn't noble, it was opportunistic. Gladiator paints Rome as a morality play, but forgets how real politics worked. 6. Braveheart freedom and face paint. And kilts, centuries before they were actually worn. Wallace was a nobleman, not a Highland outlaw. The French princess? She was 9 years old when Wallace died. This is less Scottish history and more medieval fan fiction. 7. Apocalypto gritty chase scenes, human sacrifice galore, and not much anthropology. It confuses Maya culture with Aztec brutality and rushes Spanish arrival by centuries. The Maya built cities and observatories, not just death pits. 8. The Road to El Dorado. A buddy comedy in a mythical city with every Mesoamerican stereotype mashed together. Aztec pyramids, Mayan temples, Inca motifs, all in one fictional stew. Colonialism becomes a joke, and history becomes a cartoon. 9. Elizabeth A. suspense thriller about Queen Elizabeth E.M. dodging assassins and heartbreak? Not quite. Most threats were exaggerated. Her virgin queen persona was calculated, not a personal revelation. Drama over depth, royal strategy turned into soap opera. 10. Pocahontas. A beautiful romance between a native girl and an Englishman? Except Pocahontas was 11 and John Smith was never her lover. The film erases colonization's brutality and paints genocide in watercolor. Catchy songs can't hide the damage. 11. The Patriot Mel Gibson's fictional freedom fighter faces evil redcoats and somehow avoids slavery discussions. The infamous church burning scene? Never happened. Slaves shown as free workers? Convenient fiction. It's Revolutionary War propaganda dressed as drama. 12th Napoleon, 2023. Cannonballs knocking down pyramids? Napoleon watching Marie Antoinette's execution? None of it happened. This moody take skips real battles and reforms for emotional outbursts and made-up grandeur. It's a warlord reimagined as a brooding anti-hero. 13th. Amistad, 1997. A powerful story buried under a familiar Hollywood formula. The film centers white saviors like John Quincy Adams, pushing the African voices to the background. The enslaved characters, especially Sengbe Pie, are treated more as symbols than people. Their fight for freedom is filtered through American courtroom drama. Well-meaning, but it misses the chance to let the oppressed speak for themselves. 14. The Birth of a Nation, 1915. Technically groundbreaking, morally indefensible. It glorifies the Ku Klux Klan as heroes, and vilifies Black Americans during Reconstruction. The film didn't just reflect racism, it helped revive the Klan nationwide. Its lies became cultural memory for decades, a dangerous example of how film can weaponize history. 15th. Dances with Wolves supposedly respectful, but still a white savior story. Kevin Costner's character becomes the bravest, most noble figure in a culture he barely knows. The Lakota exist mostly to help his journey. 16. Titanic. Yes, the ship sank. That's about where accuracy ends. Rose and Jack never existed. The real tragedy of class divisions and greed is buried under a doomed romance. 17. The King's speech inspirational, but simplified. The King's real journey was more professional and less magical. Churchill wasn't that involved, and the abdication crisis was much messier. 18. Pearl Harbor history drowned under love triangles and aerial stunts. The Doolittle raid subplot? Highly compressed. Admiral Yamamoto? Turned into a villain from a comic book. 19. The Imitation Game. Alan Turing was brilliant, but not a lone genius. His team is erased and unnecessary treason drama is added. The real story is less theatrical and more collaborative. 20. Evita A, musical about Argentina's first lady, but it forgets the politics. Eva Perón's manipulation and authoritarian leanings are romanticized. Her husband turned into a passive extra. 21st, Oppenheimer powerful film. But where are the Japanese victims? The Trinity test downwinders? Ignored. Strauss is made into a Bond villain. Historical pain becomes a metaphor for genius guilt. 22. The Help heartwarming, but too convenient. Systemic racism gets boiled down to a pie and a book deal. Black characters support a white heroine's journey. Feel good doesn't mean truthful. 23rd. Hairspray dance floor desegregation? Fun, but oversimplified. The real civil rights movement wasn't solved with choreography. Protest meant jail, not jazz hands. 24. The Hurt Locker bomb disposal as a solo thrill ride? Completely inaccurate. Real EOD units are methodical teams, not rogue action heroes. This glamorizes recklessness, not service. 25. The social network Facebook's origin story retold as tech Shakespeare. Zuckerberg coding to win back a girl? Fiction, teamwork, privilege, funding, all minimized for dramatic betrayal. So there you have it. 25 films that may have moved us emotionally, but completely missed the mark historically. When history becomes entertainment, it risks becoming misinformation. But here's the twist, you don't have to stop watching them. Just watch with open eyes. Because history isn't just dates and facts. It's how we choose to remember the truth. And if we let fiction take over, we might forget what really happened. If this breakdown gave you a fresh lens on your favorite films, support the work that brings truth to light. Like this video, subscribe to our channel for more honest history, and drop a comment below. Which movie on this list shocked you the most? Till next time, question what you watch and watch what you believe.